Hi, so I'm Vicky and I'm the early years leader and one of the reception class teachers at Midfield Primary School, which is in Orpington. We're a two-form entry primary school with a nursery. We decided to embark on the Bronze Award as we're very outdoor learning focused as a school. And we also like the fact that there's strong links to child development. We felt it was something that we could embed and ultimately would benefit the children, improve their outcomes and create new lifetime habits. We could also, as teachers, see how it would work in our curriculum and not be an add-on or increased workload. We've been early adopters this year. So the first thing we needed to do was train up the team. This was a really good opportunity for them. Everybody was really open to educational for sustainable citizenship and really excited. Our teaching assistants felt really upskilled and it was really good for their development. So the first thing you need to do was audit the setting. This was really interesting process and we were able to see our gaps and strengths. We could see immediately that environmental and social cultural were our stronger areas, and the economic pillar was our larger gap and our least developed one. And as teachers, and I've been teaching reception for many years, it was something that we hadn't considered as much. So it was very exciting and satisfying for us to learn from this as well. Then we went on to create a development plan, which was shared with other stakeholders like the governors, and Lynette and John supported us throughout this whole process. So then over a period of time, we embarked on achieving our Bronze Award. And this also for us obviously included a period of remote learning as well. So I'm just going to show you a snapshot here of the types of activities that we did and continue to do with the children based around the 3 pillars. So this is the first pillar, pillar 1, the social and cultural education pillar. And here we are promoting children's self-identification and their sense of belonging in the community. So you can see we added in things like extra mirrors so they could physically see themselves both inside and outside. In our displays, they could see themselves and their family. We made sure that our role play area was representative of different types of people and that our books was the same so that they could see themselves and identify themselves in the setting. We also introduced the zones of regulation, which is a framework designed to foster self-regulation and emotional control for the children. We participated in local ethnic minority community festivals, celebrations and events. So for example, things like Remembrance Day, Diwali and Christmas you can see here. And we accessed and interacted with our local community services from outside of the setting. So in non-pandemic times, we would visit places like Tesco. Here we are at Pets at Home, our local library. And also where dentists and other community workers would come into the setting, we had to be quite creative. So lots of our parents within the setting made us videos if they were key workers. So here you can see one of our little girls' parents was a firefighter and he made us a video at his fire station and sent it in. So we were sharing all of the time important community services. We also engaged with community schemes like our local food bank, so that children had a heightened awareness and concern for fairness and social justice, and they were strongly motivated, we found, throughout all of these activities. So children learned where the food bank was, why it was there, and we worked as a group to collect donations. This was really exciting, and we are now embarking on our Silver Award and extending this through further work with the food bank and involving the wider family as well. And at the end of every pillar, you assess yourself on the audit against it in the beginning and then reassess yourself at the end. So in this graph, you can see our baseline and then where we finished. You can see where we improved this. So this is pillar 2. So these activities were based around the environment. So children would interact with their parents or adult volunteers to represent environmental interest and action groups. Here you can see us carrying out the Big Garden Bird Watch this year, both at school and at home. We're very lucky, even though Orpington is a town, we do actually have some really good woodland around us as well. So behind our school, we went and we regularly go into the woods. Here you can see us looking at the horses, and the children were very interested in the signs. They learned that they shouldn't overfeed the horses, that they were on a special diet. We looked at our ponds and we met the ranger there, and we learned about the newts that live in the ponds that are quite rare. And so they assisted an adult in caring for animals outside of the setting as well as inside. We are lucky that we have an eco garden and we can go up there regularly, so the children have access to an area that includes a variety of plants and shrubs and surfaces, levels, rocks and logs. And they would do things like plant, water, care for the plants, look at habitats for mini beasts. And this was happening at home and as well at school. You can see here one of the parents sent in some pictures of a little girl who installed bird feeders at home, and the little boy with the magnifying glasses hunting for mini beasts and making bird cakes. Here you can see us making rain catchers, so the children learn to conserve water and to use natural resources. We also brought maths into this, where we measured the amount of rain that was caught, and then we used that rainwater itself to water our plants. And again, you can see that we audited ourselves both before and after, and you can see where we improved in our environmental areas. The final pillar was the economic education. So here we were looking at the use of materials and resources, including water, paper and electricity, and working out how we could help to conserve them. So we went around, first of all, our primary school, and we looked for water and electricity sources. Children brought in mark making, they tallied where they saw them, and we started to save our fruit and compost it. We learnt more about recycling, including paper and also pens. And something that would normally have been repaired when the children had gone home, we started very much celebrating thrift and making sure that the children understood that it was important not to just throw away and that we needed to reuse. So here you can see the children watching our school keeper, Mr. Mehmet, repairing the bridge. This might have been done before, after school, but we make it something that is now part of the environment, and it attracted a great deal of attention and excellent opportunities to talk about the whole idea of thrift and mending. And here I am in the book corner with one of the little girls, and again with the books, just talking about how important books are and how if they become damaged we need to repair them. So very much repairing them and encouraging the children to do so within the setting as well. And again, here you can see how we really focused on improving what we did around economic sustainability. So as John said, part of the award is engaging with parents, and here you can see some of my class with their passports. They were very excited about these, and we needed to think how we could make sure that the parents were fully engaged. So we made sure that it was offered as part of their home learning as well. And here you can see that every time a parent did something at home, they would make a comment in the right hand column there and date it and send it back. And when they completed a pillar, then they got their sticker within their passport. And here's some pictures that parents sent in from home as well. When it came to the final submission, we send back our audit to show the areas that we've been improved in and put evidence for those. But we also captured a lot of the child voice in a floor book. So it showed our journey, and the children were able to scribe in that as well, and we recorded their voice in it. So this very much captured the thoughts of the children, and they can access this book at any time and see the celebration that they took part in for their bronze award. So overall, we really enjoyed our bronze level, and we are now embarking on our silver award.